Hi, it's Paul Bedford here from Retention Guru, and in this one slide webinar I want to talk about BJ Fogg's behavioural change model. Now, BJ Fogg's behavioural change model is quite simplistic to understand. I like it for that reason. I think it's highly applicable to the fitness industry, and I do think it should replace some of the more complex and burdensome models that a lot of people are trying to use. Now, as a model, it's fairly simple. If you look at the illustration here, basically what BJ Fogg is suggesting is that in order for a behaviour to take place, there must be the motivation, there must be sufficient motivation to do it, there must be an ability to do it, and there must be a prompt to take that action. And when you have all three in combination, the likelihood of the behaviour occurring or someone taking action is much higher. Now, if you look at the diagram, what you'll see is on the bottom left hand corner you have, on the vertical axis, low motivation going up to high motivation. So this is really about how motivated is someone to do a behaviour. Now, obviously, the higher they are, the higher their level of motivation, the more likely they are to do it. Across the bottom, and this may look a bit strange to start with, but across the bottom of the horizontal axis, what you've got is the ability to do that activity. And at the bottom left-hand corner, is it hard to do? Moving across to the right, is it easy to do? Now, ability in our environment is all about skill level and the ability to perform certain exercises, perform them at a certain time, perform them in sufficient frequency and duration for them to have an impact. So, do people have the ability? If you then prompt them at the right time and they have the right level of motivation and it's easy for them to do, the likelihood of them crossing the barrier to do the behaviour is much higher. So we need to think about designing things that capture and drive people's motivation, which is often success, and also find things that initially are easy for them to do. A simple example for me would be, I try and do yoga, and even when I go onto YouTube or download some of the streamed sessions on yoga, beginners yoga sessions, I can't keep up with the transitions between the poses. I can do the poses, but by the time they move from down dog to another pose, warrior pose, I'm lost, I'm behind, and by the time they've finished warrior pose, I'm just getting started. So a simple way in yoga would be, actually just teach me the poses. Don't even teach me a sequence. Let's just teach me the poses so I get the benefit of those poses. That would make it easy for me to do. My motivation would go up because I could find it easy to do, and drive the skill element, the transition element at a later date. That's it. Take this model, think about different ways you could apply it into your working environment, not just for customers but also for staff. That's it for this one slide webinar. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. See you again soon.